So, hello and welcome back to another playthrough of EU4. We are of course doing another playthrough of the Anbennar mod, and we finally have it. The next update, probably, I mean, they did call it the single largest geographic addition that they ever had, and that is very true when we look at Sarhal itself. But we are playing with the Scions of Sarhal update that has finally come around. And as always, I will decide for another. I mean, you already know which nation I'm gonna play, but I do want to take a quick look at the map while we still have everything to see. And yes, I mean, to be honest, looking at Sarhal, that looks that basically looks like just as large as Kano and Escan and the Deep Woods combined, which is quite impressive. And it's ridiculous that this is not even everything, if you think that this also still exists. But, like I said, we're not gonna play in Sarhal yet. We're gonna play somewhere else, because basically every place has gotten a lift up. I feel like that's literally, I mean, I guess everything except maybe Kano, but that is to come. I mean, for example, look at the centaurs over here. That looks a lot different than usual. But of course, I will have a new straw poll. As always, down in the description you can decide on what I'm gonna play next, and I'm gonna give you a quick introduction of the nations that I have as a suggestion. First of all, we have the Chamber Court, right over here. Surprisingly enough, another woman that wants to be Lich. You would have expected that. Bringing Eternal Winter, so that is one of the nations to play. Another one is simply enough... where are they? Alright, Arakellin, right down here in the southeast. Bringing trade and burning down rainforest, you know, like this kind of stuff. that is their deal. Then otherwise we do have... Actually, Orvixten has actually, I was completely surprised that Orvixten got a mission tree. But yeah. Forming Black Castanor is now actually somewhat feasible. I think Black Castanor itself does not have a mission tree, but going all the way to form it could get interesting. Also doing a lot of some stuff with the Skalderic Faith and such. All the good stuff. Then we have the Mountain Sharks. Right over here, next to Mithradum. And of course, when you play as goblins in this area, you of course are also gonna form the All Clan. So basically, for going from Mountain Shark to All Clan is one of the decisions. And then we have Zanzab. The little Zanzab right over here, being a vassal of Iliam. Quite faithful to the New Sun cult, with a deep hatred of the Gnolls. Driving them all the way into Sarhal. This is actually the only nation that oh no wait, actually Ardakel is also going to interact with Sarhal. But yeah, these are the only two nations that probably will interact with Sarhal. But these are the 5 choices. Chamber Court, Mountain Shark, Zanzab, Arakellin, and Orvixten. Like I said, the straw poll is in the description if you want to have a vote for that. But let's jump into what we actually want to play today. And that is the Wood Elves. The Deep Woods has gotten another lift up. The mission tree and stuff like that has not been many updates, but there's been a smaller update to the mission tree. But overall, I'm more excited about all of the other updates around the Deep Woods, with all of the religion and stuff like that. And I think we're also gonna take a second to take a look at the little descriptors here, because there is a lot to actually read through, and I think it's quite interesting. A lot of flavor, but let's begin. When our forebears arrived in this forest, were they not one people? Were they not united under one cause, under one banner? Should we, their children, not seek wisdom from that? Nada Ventrenan, that's... We can't even remove that, but Trenan is like down here or something. No, that's Alayef. That is Salatrenan. The one over here. For thousands of years, the mysterious forest known as the Deep Woods has been a source of superstition, mystery, academic consternation. Holy shit. Inexorably connected to the Fae realm, the ancient forest is steeped in confounding magics and is the home of many things bizarre and inexplicable. The most famous example of this was a powerful ward known as the Verdant Veil, which encompassed the forest during the day of ash and skies and prevented those who entered the deep woods from leaving, seemingly lost forever in the verdant undergrowth. For over thousands of years, the Verdant Veil would ensnare and claim many mortals, from curious clans of cave goblins to brave moon elves fighting the Sorcerer King, and even green orcs from the Green Tide. Any who ventured into the woods became trapped, with no indication that it would release its prisoners. The Deep Woods was a bubble, enclosed and sealed off from the rest of Karnor, and there was no indication that this would ever change. This status quo was broken when Corrin, avatar of the fallen god Agrados, and her closest companion entered the Deep Woods in 1443. Within, she encountered the forest goblins and wood elves, descendants of the lost in the woods long ago, as well as the lost orcish clans of the Green Tide. Alongside the wood elven mage Adun Trenen and the goblin warlock Uplik, Corrin and her companions discovered the source of the Verdant Veil, an archfey known as the Eldest. They tracked down and defeated the ancient creature and shattered the veil, freeing the inhabitants of the Deep Woods and opening the woods to the wider world once more. For the Wood Elves, 1,000 years have passed since the Moon Elf ancestors became trapped behind the Verdant Veil, their flanking maneuver against the Sorcerer King Nichmer going terribly wrong. Stranded within the forest, the elves adapted to their new home, learning to cope with the ways of the Fae courts, and squabbling with the forest goblins over territory. Over the centuries, they settled the forest groves and fragmented into distinct and independent Salar, Wood Elfish for clans. The deeply fragmented and decentralized Salar were not ready for the Green Tide when it arrived in the Deep Woods. It scattered the elven defenders and saw whole clans destroyed and enslaved, while others were pushed to the edges of the ancestral groves. It seemed as though the Wood Elves would be lost in this calamity. Tir Gafnern the Whirlwind. That's a cool name. Yet against the storm, the remaining heads of the clans held firm, refusing to allow their people to be swept away. Putting aside generations of petty quarrels, these leaders traveled to the city of El Neal, and in a rare act of unity forged the Verdant Pact, an alliance to coordinate, defend, and reclaim their homes. Now, for the first time since its arrival, Elvenkind and Deep Woods is united in one singular purpose. Whether that will be enough to retake their homeland and drive back the invaders is yet to be seen. Alright. Let's take a look at the Fae Court. The Deep Woods are tightly linked to the Fae realm. Indeed, many of the creatures that fill the forests are of Fae origin. While a great many of these creatures are unassuming entities like pixies and spriggans, there are also those Fae who are far more powerful. Chief amongst these are the Archfey, immortal beings who are capable of wielding immense power both in the Fae realm and the material plane. Most of these Archfey generally align themselves with one of two powerful organizations or courts, the Seli and the Unseli. As befits near godlike beings, the Wood Elves tread lightly around the Archfey. They do not worship the Fae as gods, but rather they recognize and respect the power of the Archfey have over the Deep Woods. Over time, the Elves have developed a good sense of how to deal with the Archfey, and are generally able to survive or even benefit from their not infrequent encounters with these powerful entities. While certainly dangerous and unpredictable, Archfey follow certain rules and traditions. And so long as one can see past their riddles and understand the way they think, they are far from the worst neighbors to share the forest with. Oh god, there's even more. Alright, we're gonna read through all of this. Like, someone has put a lot of work into this, and we'll see, that's already 10 minutes. Salamina is not a state in the traditional sense, but rather a collection of tight-knit wood elven clans led by cairn or clan leader. Descendant from the remnants of the Moon Elf battalion long past, it has learned to grow and thrive within the Deep Woods and alongside its Fae inhabitants. However, with the Green Tide invasion or Fear given the Whirlwind and its aftermath, it is now clear this is no longer enough. Change must come swiftly. The Elves of Salamina begin as a rival government without any institutions and will struggle to adopt any change. However, by passing government reforms, Salamina can work to develop these institutions from within, eventually maturing into a monarchy. Once the clan has formed into a monarchy and secured a majority of the Deep Woods, it just may be able to convince its sister clans to unite in one true state, Cyranvar. Jesus Christ. Okay. For more than a millennium, the deep woods has been cut off from the world. Now, with the Verdant Veil having fallen, the woods open to an outside world that has drastically changed since the day of the Ashen Skies. To the north, Escan lies in tatters from the Green Tide. To the west, most of Dostano is a gnoll-infested swamp, save for Aurdia, busy fending off the Exodus Goblin clans. To the south and east, the Serpent Spine mountains come alive again as cave goblins, black orcs, and dwarfs fight over long abandoned holds. And in the southeast soars the great harpy queendom of Ayaralen, who will surely move to exploit these newly opened hunting grounds in the woods. Before the inhabitants of the deep woods can look outward, though, they must resolve the struggle for the woods itself. In the western groves, the wood elf clans have band together to form the Verdant Pact, determined to retake their groves. Meanwhile, the rival forest goblins, clans of Obelix Shield and Brambleskinner, fight not only over the land of Obelix's conquests, but also the legitimacy of the Pact Seeker religion. In the eastern groves reside the three leading orc clans of Cursed Howl, Silent Blade, and Black Moon, each watching the others with mistrust. Caught in the middle is Clan Verminhusk with its strange amalgamation of forest goblins, common goblins, and wood elves, seeks to secure the River Crow for itself. And while the models of the deep woods squabble amongst themselves, the mysterious Ashen Tree Faey and their leader, the Prince of the Blackened Branch, plot quietly. Okay, mechanics. Through the Verdant Veil has fallen, its legacy is still felt in the deep woods. Connecting the various groves of the deep woods are the Gladeways. Some of the Gladeways still connect to the Fae realm via the Verdant Link, allowing armies to move between remote parts of the forest without passing through the intervening provinces. Travel between the deep woods and the outside world is still difficult, with only few paths in and out of the woods. Given time, those paths should stabilize, for now they remain untamable. At the center of the deep woods is where the influence of the Fae realm is strongest. No mortal can hope to enter for now, but perhaps that will change one day. Alright. We're gonna keep everything active, of course, as well achievements now exist in the game. But we are Salamina. Alright, 12 minutes, that's acceptable. I've had worse introductions. We are ruled by Seana Brisena Mina, a rather righteous and calm person, and I would say decent stats. 92 years old, I think the Wood Elves can turn up to 300 or 400. I do not quite remember. Oh, look at this. This has also changed. I think nothing has changed about the Elven military and all of these shenanigans. Either way, the Elves don't like mercenaries, I can tell you that. But far more importantly, we have the Verdant Pact here, which I think is still the same. Diplo relation, years of separatism, liberty desire, and all of these shenanigans. But the buttons for racial tolerance and for racial military are now over here. And can be clicked and interacted with easily. I love it. Same thing with this, yeah. We of course are not gonna change our military. Either way. But we are also Sala, and we have now completely new government reforms just for the Wood Elves, which I absolutely love. Either way, we already basically read this, but we have Foreign Spy detection, noble and dead, and other penalties. We are very far behind because we, for example, do not have any feudalism. We are behind as a full tech as well. We do have some rivals to pick as well. I think I'm gonna quickly do that, because all of them make a lot of sense. How are you stronger than me? That is actually quite puzzling. Don't tell me you're a tech ahead of me. You're not. Okay, I'm Elves. I should be stronger than you. Who knows? Either way, we have more rivals to pick. I assume that I would pick you definitely, but I also would pick not you, but no, actually this one makes the most sense. Brambleskinner. So we make a decent amount of coin. Let's see if we have anything to immediately to take here. I feel like we have something, and that is you. Is that gonna be... That's still gonna be enough to buy enough troops. We start with attrition of enemies and land leader maneuver, which is alright. Furthermore, we have the usual missions here. We need to improve relations with allies and get our troops together. I think I'm gonna immediately do that by having a little bit of an improved relation with Sala Ellen. There we go. Need to find these things. We even have a royal marriage. Do we have a royal we only have a royal marriage with Sarhal. Okay. Furthermore, all of these things we have, we're gonna quickly turn this stuff off because we don't care about it. We have troops to get. Oh, we also have a completely new Faey court stuff, yeah. We have the attrition for enemies and land attrition, but now we have religious power. As we have 3 groups to interact with. We have the Seelie, we have the Unseelie, and we have the unaligned Faey. So it seems like we can improve our standings with them by getting these buttons done. And then we can request boons of them after getting these buttons done. I assume these boons will be better depending on our current relation with the different groups. There is some decent stuff in here. Of course, the Seelie being more like, yes, improve the realm and diplomacy and all of these shenanigans. The Unseelie are more, well, conflict heavy. Discipline and all of these shenanigans. And the Unaligned have a mixed bag. But they also can basically be used to improve our relations with the other groups. And increase our church power gain. So I'm quite curious to explore that. We actually have 2 stability right away. That's pretty neat. We're gonna immediately start with getting 3 of these lads in. And I think we're also gonna immediately get a leader, right? Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's take a look here. We have, of course, you guys. And I'll start with the usual. We don't need more money, we need points. And I definitely am gonna take military points. We're also definitely gonna take religious power. We're definitely gonna take expansionist zealotry. Right? Extra morale against thingy. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Religious culture, I think I'm definitely gonna take as well. I mean, it is a straight up improvement. We're gonna get rid of the orcs at least. Yeah, sure. Religious diplomats, as I don't think too necessary. Development of the... Oh right, all of this stuff is now in as well. Development of the temples, which gives us the provinces. This one gives us a advisor. All of these shenanigans. Oh, this might be actually very good. I mean, currently we have given them 51%. I feel like I should also do this. This gives us reform progress. Scales with influence. But I'm gonna bite my ass with this if I keep pushing. Because it's gonna take a while to get rid of all of this again. Currently we rise up to 44%. Nah, I think for now we're gonna leave it. Let's do the military. We're gonna definitely take the military thingy here. Because we want to get ahead in that as soon as possible. Do we want to... no, we don't want that. We don't want to expand fortifications quite yet. Grand court position is just prestige decay. Right to call diet. Forced conscription, nope. This one would give us a general. It would save us points. But I don't think I want that. Merchants, parents of the arts. Where is it? Free enterprise. Do I immediately take the debt? I think it makes sense. We could push beyond them. I mean, this doesn't hurt me, does it? How much would that be? It would be a decent chunk of money. And we are getting a decent amount of money, so I feel like this is reasonable. So we have immediately something available. Yeah, I'll take that. Adventurers, Generous Quest Awards, we don't need at the moment. We of course are gonna put that in, but not now. For now I will mainly gain my stuff back through Conquest. Okay. We have these guys on the way. This is gonna take 2 months. I do want to get this war started as soon as possible, but I can wait here. I'm not gonna give my leader any military command. We're gonna get ourselves... Okay, there we go. 2, 2, 3, that's not the worst. I had worse. But at the moment, we need to wait. Well, I guess we can make ourselves a bit life a bit easier by doing this. We want to get this war started immediately before that happens. Oh, you have the fucking cursed howl on your side, you pieces of shit. Okay. I'm still gonna trust myself to do this. First of all, we need to get some. Oh shit! Is that turned off? Person events. Not sure why this always turns itself off. So we are gonna get some dudes together. That is enough. That should give us a land maintenance. That doesn't hurt. The purpose of the Verdant Pact was to present a united front against the barbarous orcs. To this end, a common army of the Wood Elf realms was formed. This pooling of resources has had great effect, but we should contribute even more so that we might assume a leading role among the realm, thereby ensuring that we can influence the course of the war. Lasts for 50 years. For this one we just need to be at war, and this one needs us to get prestige together. Gives us army tradition. Good. You immediately have 2. I mean, Sap Chopper I don't think matters too much, right? So, no, Sap Chopper does matter. I feel like I could beat the Beast Eaters, but it also feels like I need to go for help with alliances. So instead of doing this, I would actually immediately start claiming currying favors. This is gonna be a while. Seriously? Cool. I already feel like this is gonna be a fantastic game. Oh god. Drill. Oh, we can't drill yet. Okay. The Verdant Pact. The sudden onslaught of the Greenskins has caught our people completely unawares. In order to mount a proper defense of our lands, the various chiefs and petty kings formed the Verdant Pact to coordinate the war effort. We must deepen our ties with the various Wood Elf realms in an effort to forge a stronger united front so that we might begin to mount an offensive against the vile orcs. This gives us splendor and Diplo points, sure. We need money. I think this could also be very useful. We need 3 stability for this. Well, imagine me having that. But the curse all you have a powerful mage, right? Oh no, you don't have a powerful mage. Do you have a powerful mage? No. I could make sure. Still, I cannot really promise anything because Sap Chopper and Cursed Howl are not really connected. You guys are only allied to the Spiked Log. You are a far better target. The Bramble Skinners. I mean, the good thing is I will not be threatened to attack at all in this. I know that. I can call in Sala Elen in this one, so I think I'm gonna do that because I want war. I want them to get everything together, so that the situation moves along. Of course, I want them to see taking the main front of the attack. Okay, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We're gonna immediately turn on our realm as a war with the enemy. Or do we? No, I think I don't want to do that. I think this might be faster, yeah. I think I'm actually gonna make use of something else. So, you take, you take the full brunt of that. That's fantastic. Siege the stuff. I want to, of course, take this under my hands. Ala Elen might take this. That's alright. I would want these guys to carry this weight. So, that's of course a little bit of a loss from my side. But things are in control, and these guys are just gonna do that. That is gonna put in some favors. And the thing is, we're gonna get the event anyway for them to take these things. Oh, there we go. The Dvifnir Governor's Palace is a... oh, Jesus Christ. Dvifnir Governor's Place is a large stone building in the center of the region's largest village. From this imposing structure, the governor manages the budget, signs decrees, and enforces the nation's laws. Or at least that's what the governor would normally be doing, were it not for the red tape. Not for the figurative kind, little red tape. Right now, behind the tall, dark oak desk sits not the governor of Dvifnel, but a small roll of red tape. On the desk is a letter bearing the seal of the Silly-Court, which reads... Sorry about our little mishap. We will immediately return the chickens to their owners, no paperwork required. After all, we wouldn't want you to get bogged down in any red tape. When a mage entered the office to examine the scene, our fears were quickly confirmed. They could immediately sense powerful transmutation magic radiating from the tape. With the governor wrapped up in his office, the local administration has fallen into chaos and looters have already taken advantage of the opportunity. We could dispatch a replacement governor which would calm the situation, but insult the Faey or just let them enjoy their prank. Yeah, that sounds Faey, I love it. This will slightly improve the Silly-Court and give me some unrest, or... nah, I think I'm gonna improve relations with the Silly-Court. Let them have their fun. Okay, so we cannot interact with these guys over here, which is alright. I want to get this one done. Spy Network on Blightseed, why not? Of course, they're the only ones who are not... yeah, I mean, what am I gonna do about this? We need to kill these guys first. So these are cores of Sala thingy, obviously. Which is not that useful for me yet, but I'm still gonna do it. Up until now, the disparate realms have pursued their own agendas in prosecuting the conflict despite existence of the Verdant Army. If we are to truly rout the Greenskins from our homeland, we must adopt a unified vision. A war council composed of leaders of the Verdant Pact must therefore be instituted, and naturally we will take a leading role in facilitating this. Which gives us army tradition right away. Now we need to get our core bronzes back. I'm actually currently thinking if I really want to give Sala Elin all of that it needs. I think I would be... oh! Fantastic. Do your work. I don't have much here in terms of war contribution, but that doesn't matter at all. I will give Sala Trennen its territory back. I will want to take this province obviously here. I did promise you one province, so I'm gonna do that. Humiliate, and then war operations. Simple as. Of course we need to wait for some more stuff here. My manpower is growing back again from all of this. I probably am gonna go over limit when I'm fighting these guys, but overall I'm quite happy to gain some stuff here. You're not sieging this back. Let me just quickly make sure that this is not happening. The House of the Shadow Dancer? 242. I mean, it doesn't matter much because we're gonna stick around for a while. Okay, so it looks like... I mean, you have a mage leader. Oh, that would have been also interesting. Well, now I'm feeling a little bit sorry that I didn't do that. We have still ambivalent. There is an unconditional surrender here. We'll take that. Let's see if we can actually squeeze some money out of you. Or rather... okay, you're not willing to do this. Then we'll just do that. You all get a little bit of provinces. I will gain Humiliate and War Operations. That should also clean up this. There we go. Look at me being kind. So, I have nearly enough labors. The trust has gone down. Curious. We could attack Obblique Shield if you wanted, but that only would help you. I feel like I need to get this started at some point. Yeah, the trust has gone down. I guess I didn't give you everything that you deserve. Mage Tower? No. Okay, the next rival. It's a little bit unreasonable. Relative to Cursed Tower and Saved Chopper, right? And they are also allied to two guys. I'm gonna immediately improve relation with the... I guess the Unsaily Court. We want some combat bonuses. Alright. I guess we're gonna quickly do that. Headed by the King of Darkness, the Unseelie Court is one where every moment of life is bitterly fought for. There the strong dare to push forward and reach past old limits, while the weak are challenged to earn their next breath. Restraint and strength must be shown against trials both physically and emotional. Those that rise to the occasion gain the favor of the king, those that do not are cast aside. Suffice to say, the Fae of Unseelie are not wont to anger. Most of the followers struggle to mate the king's grueling demands. Most mortals would fail to even struggle. For this reason and others, it has always behooved those of Salamina to maintain a healthy, if not cordial, relationship with the Unseelie. Perhaps now is the right time for a show of grit and determination. We could reduce our prestige, which gives us a little bit of a push. We can use 52 points. We could just use legitimacy, which will greatly improve our standing, or we just say, nah, I think I'm gonna go for the legitimacy hit. They are pleased. Now the question is, if I just wait for some decent stuff here, but I guess now the knowing that you guys are actually upset about that, I'm gonna curry flavors again. Oh, I feel a little bit delayed, I have to say. Them being immediately allied to two guys is of course painful, but there is too much here. Maybe if I would have the tech advantage, I would be more willing to do this. But I don't, so we are a little bit behind. Anything else that we need to do? Not right now. There is no real rebel popping up here, right? No. We can be somewhat rested. Titles, a state nation, cast spell we could do. We don't care. So, no unrest or anything. I could have technically stopped paying the army for a while. But I feel like I need to... Do I not want to pay the army? Wait, do I need... Oh right, I already have this. Sure. This one gives us prestige as well. I do at least want these guys on my side, I have to admit. Summon a diet, don't need that. You guys are all not becoming happy enough, right? Nope. I mean, I did also just reduce legitimacy. You're only going to 40. Yeah, the adventurers are gonna be my hole here. That sounds really weird. So, but I think we're gonna do this. And we're gonna combine that with getting up to stability 2 first, because it's gonna be cheaper. It's actually decently cheap, yeah. Let's get to stability 2, and then we're gonna settle the refugees. We're also gonna end the episode here actually, so like always, like it's Rebel Shenanigans, but I guess I'll see you guys next episode. Bye!